Okay, so Dr. Santucci came back and he talked to me while I was waiting or whatever. He said whatever he all had to say. I can't remember what we talked about. I guess he probably just asked me if I was ready. You're basically as ready as you're gonna be. I don't care how many videos you watch, how much research you do. There's no real way to prepare for it. I just think that if you prepare yourself for the worst, like you feel like, okay, I'm gonna have all these complications, then if they don't happen, that's good, right? So if you tell yourself, okay, you get urethral lengthening, I might have a complication there, or I might have a complication with whatever. If you tell yourself I might have that and then you don't end up having it, that's good. So he talked to me, they put that stuff in my IV. Next thing I know, I was knocked out. I didn't feel a thing. When I woke up, I was already in my private room in the hospital, hooked up to everything. I got my machine. They had what they call a Doppler. They have it attached to your penis, so they can always monitor your blood flow through there. And you have to have it propped up, for the swelling and things of that nature. So at this point in time, you're not trying to even do anything. They don't give you can't eat or drink anything. If you feel like your mouth is dry, they give you this little sponge. You sit it in your mouth and you squeeze it, and that helps you get some type of lubrication in your mouth. But you're not allowed to drink anything or eat anything because just in case you have to have an emergency surgery, they don't want anything in your system. Remember, you bowel prep, so it's completely empty, and they don't want to have to go through all of that to get you in surgery again. So they don't give you anything for the rest of the day. It's not till the next day that you can eat or drink anything. And even then, the next day, I don't think I wanted to. I don't think I even wanted to. I wanted something to drink. I wanted water because my mouth was dry and I was thirsty, very dehydrated. But I didn't want anything to eat really. So once you do get your appetite up, you can order whatever you want off the menu. But I was in the hospital for 5 days. Actually, I was in the hospital for 6 days because I had an issue with the womb vac. They didn't order it, or they ordered it, but the company that's supposed to send it, it was a lot of confusion. They were saying they sent it to my house, and then they were saying they sent it to the hospital. So it was a lot of confusion there. So I couldn't leave the hospital without it. I had to stay in there an extra day, which to me wasn't a big deal because I just didn't care. I didn't feel like doing a whole lot of moving anyway. But I woke up after the surgery. They're checking on you every hour. So they're constantly in there checking your vitals and everything like that. So you don't really, if you fall asleep, if you fall asleep quick, it's cool for you. But if you're one of those people that have a hard time, and it probably sucks because the people keep coming in and out that you never really get to rest. When you're on so many narcotics, though, I don't think that would really be an issue. Had really nice nurses. They were very attentive to me. Let me see. I had to write notes on some things. I'm gonna talk about. You have a catheter in because you can't use a restroom through what you got. You just got it. So you have a pee bag and it just constantly drains into there. I'm not really comfortable with that. Like being able to see my urine, it's just really weird. But you don't even have to worry about it because the nurses are the ones that drain your bag and stuff like that. So you're not doing, like I said, you're not doing a whole lot of movement. And you rarely see it unless they come in and they're changing it. So, but for me, I think that was going to be an issue because I don't want to see no urine outside of my body, like that in a bag. That's just kind of weird to me. My pain levels, I honestly thought I would be in way more pain than what I was in. Again, I was on a lot of drugs. They put the narcotics through your IV, so it goes straight into your system. And that feels lovely because you don't really have to feel anything. But my pain level wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it definitely damn sure hurt. Because I had they took the skin from my leg to put on my arm. The dressing on it was full of blood. It was nasty. I have pictures. Like I said, I'll attach the pictures or whatever, upload them so you can see them. That was a lot for me to see all of that. I'm not good with blood and stuff like that. I'm a little bit squeamish. It just depends on how it's shown. So for that, it wasn't as bad as it was still bloody, but it wasn't like I could look at it and I was fine. But it's not a preference for me to be able to see that. Um, Again, you don't want to do a whole lot because it is painful and it's uncomfortable. I would mostly describe it just as uncomfortable. Uh, they are very adamant about giving you stool softeners while you're in there because of all the narcotics. Like I said, the narcotics they give you, and the fact that you're not allowed to drink something for the first day, and then when you are, they try to they kept cups of ice water by my bed, um, so could drink and stuff like that. Because they figure you're not gonna have a bowel movement for a long time. They want to keep you hydrated as much as possible. Um, Funny, I don't know. It might not be funny to y'all. I thought it was kind of funny. Um, so they were not expecting you to have a bowel movement for quite some time. But me, I was feeling so gassy. I'm just laying in the bed, and they put a whole bunch of pads, like doggy pads. They're not doggy pads, but that type of stuff underneath you. And I was like, man, I got a lot of gas, so I'm just passing gas, and then they come in to change my bed again. I'm thinking I'm passing gas. The whole time I was actually pooping on myself. It was very watery and it was green. It was nasty, but they didn't expect that, and I didn't expect that. So it's kind of like, oh shoot, like I was happy because I wanted to be using the restroom. I didn't want to be constipated, but I sitting in your own poop is disgusting. So I was embarrassed, but at the same time, it happens. So it wasn't that bad. Um, my first walking experience was, I think, on my third or fourth day there. I'm sorry, I can't. It's kind of cloudy. Um, but they moved me rooms, so I was gonna walk over there, but they ended up just wheeling me over there. But my first walking experience, let me tell you, you'd think it would be the penis that is bad, but because it's just there, it's just hanging there, and there's something that's new to you. It was the leg. The leg hurt so bad. It felt like all the road rash in the world was on my leg. It was burning, and it just felt so, it was burning bad. And that dressing that they put on there, it also, it feels like it's restricting you from moving. So that on top of the burning sensation, it was a lot. And to the point where I tried to just put all my weight on one leg, but it's a damn near impossible to do that trying to walk. So once you finally start walking, it's all right. But just when you initially stand up and put your weight on it, it's just surged through your body, that pain. It was bad. I'll tell you, this is an experience I never really want to have again. But again, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I know I could do it again. It's just one of those things where you just really don't want to. Um, for my first meal there was broth, liquids. It was all liquids. Um, I don't even think I ate all of the broth. It was like chicken broth. I don't even think I ate it all. I drank my water as much as I could. I drank the broth as much as I could, but I definitely didn't eat it all. You're not really. I didn't have much of an appetite, but I did sure. I wanted to make my mouth wet, and that's about it. As the days went by, of course, I ate heavier and heavier things. I know one day I had a burger. Twice I had Caesar salad. I love salad, so I had Caesar salad. Um, Towards the end of my stay there, I was starting to lose my appetite again because I was just getting tired of eating hospital food. Like I said, I was there for 6 days and I'm eating 3 times a day, which is way more than I eat on my normal occasion. When I'm at home, I eat maybe twice, so if I'm lucky, because I just don't really eat like that. But by my last day there, I was eating just the fruit plate, which is like cantaloupe, melon, strawberries, and grapes, and because I didn't want anything else. And also, I know that had a lot to do with I wanted to use the restroom, and I really couldn't use it. The longer I stayed there, the harder it was for me to use the restroom, but I finally did use it right before I left for the hospital. Uh, my moods, I pretty much I was in good spirits. The nurses that came in there and tended to me, they pretty much was like I was a good patient and things like that. I did get in trouble. I got in trouble one day that I was there because this was basically 2 days before I was leaving, because I wanted to get up and I pushed the button for somebody to come or whatever, and they were like, okay, we'll be there, whatever. But I'm an impatient person, so they're taking a long time to come to me, and I know I'm hard headed, and I also like to do stuff on my own. So this is really where it comes from, where for me, it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna try to see if I can make it to. There was a chair next to my bed. I'm gonna try to make it to the chair. Don't try this though, by the way. Try to make it to the chair without any help. Mind you, I'm hooked up to the vacuum for my arm. I'm hooked up to the my bag, which is on the bottom of the bed, so I'd have to reach down and get that to be able to walk around. I was hooked up to too much stuff to even be trying to do any movement on my own. But you don't need to be trying that because anything could happen. I could have fallen and nobody would have known until they came in and checked on me. I could have pulled something out. You know, I also have a catheter in, so I could have pulled something out. I could have pulled my catheter out by falling. Anything could have happened, so don't try that. Don't be hard-headed like me. COVID conditions made it very weird for me because, granted, this was my first time ever, well, second time. When I had my hysterectomy, I stayed in the hospital one night and then I went home the next day. I had to stay, like I said, 6 days, so it was weird not having anybody that I know there. So, I mean, I had a FaceTime. I FaceTime my wife, my sister FaceTime me, my brother. I think he did. I'm not really sure. But I FaceTime a lot of people where I was on, once you started feeling like being up to stay up, you started talking to people on social media and texting people back and stuff. So it's really not that bad. That was like what I do when I'm at home anyway. But the fact is that you really don't have any visitors. It can get to some people. I stayed at the Westlake Hills Hospital, which is basically connected to the Crane Center, which is right across the ways. So like I said, nice staff and everything. People that come in and take your order and stuff, really nice. They give you whatever you ask for. As long as they got it, they'll give it to you. My surgeon came in and checked on me 3 times, I believe. It was basically like every other day or so. So like I said, I was there for 6 days. So he came in 3 times. That's about every other day. He checked my, situation. Checked my stitching and everything like that.